Imagine stepping into a basket with nothing but hot air between you and certain death. Two men did exactly that on November 21st, 1783. And what happened next changed humanity forever. Stay with me to discover how their 25-minute flight gave us everything from weather forecasting to space travel. It's a crisp autumn morning in Paris, and you're standing in the garden of the Château de la Muette. The crowd around you buzzes with nervous energy. Among them, Benjamin Franklin himself was watching with intense curiosity. Two men climb into a wicker basket beneath a beautifully decorated balloon, 75 feet tall, painted in rich gold with zodiac symbols. Their names are Jean-François Pilatre de Rosiers and François-Laurent Darlandes. They're not astronauts. They're not test pilots. One is a science teacher, the other a military officer. They're just two curious souls about to do something no human has ever done. The Montgolfier brothers, Joseph and Etienne, had been working on this moment for months. They've already sent a sheep, a duck, and a rooster into the sky to prove it's possible to survive up there. Now it's time for humans. The fire roars beneath the balloon's opening. Smoke and heat fill the massive silk envelope, and then it happens. The basket lifts. Just inches at first, then feet, then dozens of feet into the air. Can you imagine what that first moment felt like? The ground falling away beneath your feet. Nothing is holding you but heated air and human ingenuity. They drift over Paris at about 3,000 feet, higher than the tallest cathedral. Francois constantly tends the fire, feeding it straw to keep it burning. Jean-François waves a flag, partly in celebration, partly to let people below track their position. For 25 glorious minutes, they float like a dream across the city. They travel nearly 6 miles, crossing the Seine River, drifting over neighborhoods where people pour into the streets, pointing and shouting. Some cheer, others kneel in prayer, convinced they're witnessing either a miracle or witchcraft. Here's what makes this moment even more remarkable. These men don't have parachutes. They don't have radio communication. They have no way to steer. They're entirely at the mercy of the wind and their own courage. When they finally descend on the Butte aux Cailles, landing a bit roughly but safely, they've accomplished something that poets and dreamers have imagined since ancient times. Humans can fly. Benjamin Franklin, watching the entire flight, later writes to a friend who questions the practical use of ballooning. His response? What good is a newborn baby? He understands something profound. This isn't just about floating in a basket. This is about possibility. And he was right. Within months, balloon flights will be happening across Europe. Within a few years, they'll be used for military reconnaissance. By the 1900s, weather balloons were helping us understand our atmosphere. Today, that same principle allows us to study the edge of space. Think about it. Every weather forecast you check on your phone, every understanding we have of atmospheric science, every balloon at a birthday party traces its lineage back to these two brave men and their 25-minute flight over Paris. And next time you see a hot air balloon drifting peacefully across the sky, remember November 21st, 1783. Remember that every great leap forward in human history starts with someone willing to climb into the basket, light the fire, and see where the wind takes them. What's your hot air balloon moment? That dream that seems impossible but might change everything? Drop your story in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you're brave enough to chase. And hey, speaking of legacies, have you ever thought about writing down your own family's stories? The moments of courage, the leaps of faith, the times someone in your family did something that seemed impossible? Those stories deserve to be remembered. Share one in the comments. Let's build a collection of courage together. If you love discovering these incredible historical moments that spark something in your soul, you're in the right place. Join the History Sparks community by hitting that subscribe button. We bring you a new story every single day. Stories that remind you that ordinary people have always done extraordinary things. I'll see you tomorrow with another moment that changed the world. Until then, keep looking up.